Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Harvard Kennedy School class of 2018. Congratulations. I hope you are very proud of all you have accomplished here in your time at the Kennedy School. I am continually impressed by the passion and talents of Kennedy School students and by the differences you are already making in the world. Thank you for the inspiration you have given to me and the other faculty and staff of the Kennedy School during your time here. Congratulations, and thank you also to all of the people who have gathered together to celebrate this great class. To the parents and spouses and partners and siblings and children and grandparents and other family members and friends who have guided these graduates on their journeys, thank you for all that you have done to help create such amazing people. You should all be very proud today, too, and we're thrilled that you can all be here to celebrate with us. As we celebrate together today, however, we should also recognize those loved ones who cannot be with us. For the Kennedy School community, we feel the particular absence of Gozi Noneri. Gozi was an incredibly empathetic and generous member of this class who passed away unexpectedly this year. We should honor his memory by bringing his spirit of giving to all of our interactions with each other and to our own work to better our communities. Let us take a moment of silence to reflect on Gozi and the lessons that he taught us and that we can carry forward with us. When we send a new class of Kennedy School graduates back into the world, we expect a lot of them. We expect a lot of you. We expect a lot because each of you has an amazing opportunity to make a positive difference. The mission of the Kennedy School is to improve public policy and public leadership across this country and around the world so people can lead better lives. That mission matters. Good public policy and public leadership have helped to create downward trends in the world in extreme poverty and infant mortality, in deaths from war. But bad public policy and public leadership can have terrible consequences. As just one example, take the greatest humanitarian crisis of our time, the global refugee crisis. Your opportunity as graduates of Harvard Kennedy School is to provide the principled and effective public leadership that can improve policy and save lives. Your opportunity is to sustain progress in areas where the world is doing okay and to turn things around in areas where it is not. We expect you in the class of 2018 to seize this opportunity and to make us even prouder of you in the years ahead. Just before 2018 started, my wife Karen and I received a holiday card from our friends David Young and Beth Moses. Beth is a psychologist. David works to advance human rights. They're both, in their ways, helping to make a better world. The message in their card said in part, quote, "We wish for our world in the new year courage and creativity to meet our challenges and to bridge our divides." I want to echo that message as we send you on to the next stages of your journeys. I wish for you the courage and creativity to meet the many challenges in the world and to bridge the divides that we face. Some forms of courage are physical. Abdi Ismail Issei of the class of 2017 does humanitarian work for the Red Cross that has brought him to war-ravaged countries where bombs have fallen around him and where he has been beaten and threatened with execution. With his life on the line, he's continued to bring aid to the people who need it. We should all be moved by his physical courage. But other forms of courage, intellectual courage and moral courage, are crucially important as well. Sometimes you must find the courage to stand up for something, or to stand up against something. I hope and expect you will have the courage to stand up for truth and integrity, and to stand against dishonesty and corruption. To stand up for knowledge and evidence, and against ignorance and fabrications. For people who are being left behind or left out, and against concentrations of power and fortune for the benefit of a self-serving elite. For the rule of law and a free press and a strong civil society and effective governance, and against attacks on those institutions. For freedom and against oppression. For excellence and against prejudice and injustice. But courage is not just about standing up for what you believe. Sometimes courage is about sitting down and listening to what you may not initially believe. David Hempton, the dean of Harvard Divinity School, once told me that deans need to have a generosity of spirit. He didn't define exactly what he meant by that. Like a good sermon, his words required some reflection. But I took him to mean that I should see issues through the eyes of others when I could, and I should act in ways that reflected an understanding of their perspectives. And I try to do that now. We saw this idea in the recent report on diversity and inclusion at Harvard that urged us all to speak bravely and listen generously. Generous listening can take as much courage as brave speaking, because listening to people with whom you strongly disagree or with whom you think you have nothing in common is hard. But understanding others' perspectives and acting on that understanding is crucial for making a better world. To be clear, listening and understanding do not always mean agreeing or compromising. When we look back on past public policies and public leaders, we should not look equally fondly on every side of every issue or wish we had always just split the difference. You need to make moral judgments. In a recent lecture, Samantha Power, former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations and now back here as a member of our faculty, praised the brave acts of those who have resisted injustices over the course of American history, saying that their acts are, quote, bright spots that shine light in the darkness. I urge you to follow your moral principles and create such bright spots. But I also urge you to recognize that your assessment of light and dark at any point in time may not be completely right. It is too easy for all of us to view ourselves as being on the side of the angels. And thus, our visiting faculty member, E.J. Dionne, gave a lecture in which he quoted theologian Reinhold Niebuhr saying, quote, "It's always wise to seek the truth in your opponent's error and the error in our own truth." As you have the courage to stand up for what you think is right, have the courage also to search for the error in your truth. Karen's and my friends, Beth and David, wished for the world courage and creativity to meet our challenges and bridge our divides. Creativity is as essential as courage. If we keep following the same paths we have always followed, we will not make the progress in the world that we need to make. Public problems rarely solve themselves. They require active leadership. Think, for example, of Juan Manuel Santos, of the Kennedy School class of 1981, and now the president of Colombia. His country suffered from a civil war that lasted half a century, but he led his country to end that war through his determination and creative vision. In his acceptance speech for the 2016 Nobel Peace Prize, President Santos urged us all, leaders and private citizens, to, quote, awaken the creative capacity for goodness, for building peace, unquote. Public leaders need to use creative capacity not only to build peace, but to resolve so many old challenges that remain unresolved and to address new challenges as they emerge. Public leaders need to be creative all the time, whenever budgets are tight or political pressures build, or changing demographics alter existing social arrangements, or technological changes disrupt traditional economic systems, or environmental conditions shift, or moral views evolve. You will each have your opportunity to apply your own creative capacity. Some of you will have new ideas for strengthening citizenship and accountability in democracies. Others will create new approaches to broadening economic opportunity. Or you'll develop new ways to resolve seemingly intractable conflicts between countries or within countries. Or you will creatively bridge the public and private sectors, or use data and technology to improve public services, or reduce bias in our public and private institutions, or help to make a better world in so many other ways. You can sustain and enhance your creativity by remaining always curious and always open to new ideas. I do not mean that you should always grab new ideas and run with them. Plenty of new ideas are bad ideas. You should carefully examine and evaluate ideas using the evidence and the other tools that you've learned in your lives and work and at your time here at the Kennedy School. But I do mean that you should keep exploring, keep asking questions, keep challenging yourselves. The spirit of restlessness will help you to be the creative public leaders the world so badly needs. So I will end here as you take the next steps on your personal journeys and as you guide these graduates on their next steps. I want to leave you with the wish that struck me so strongly from my friend's holiday card. May you have the courage and creativity to meet the world's challenges and bridge its divides. I am so eager to see what you can do. Thank you very much and congratulations.